All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, welcome to the University of New Mexico's Medical Cannabis Research Fund educational channel. And today I have a special guest because one, he's local, two, he was highly advised by a close friend of mine, and three, he has something very exciting to share with our local community. Please introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Dick Wilkinson, and I'm the director of the New Mexico Veterans Cannabis Alliance.
Great. Well, I know that one of my close friends is very excited about what you guys have been working on, and I obviously know that veterans are a population that are underserved in many ways and require tender care, usually coming from among that group. So if you could tell me a little bit about what you guys have initiated.
Sure. Well, I'm a veteran. I'll go ahead and state my kind of play in this program. I am a veteran, a disabled veteran, and a cannabis patient. So I find myself as part of the same group of people that I'm hoping to support, which I think is an important factor because I'm not looking at it from the outside. I think I'm looking at it from the inside. So the New Mexico Veterans Cannabis Alliance is established for a specific purpose, which is to help veterans enter the new adult use cannabis industry here in New Mexico. The reason that we need to create a program like this is specifically because the cannabis industry is outside of the boundaries of what the federal government will do to support veterans in their business initiatives. So the federal government provides a lot of support to veterans to start businesses in almost any industry other than cannabis. And so as cannabis is the goal for the folks that we want to support, they can't turn to those federal resources to find the help, the education, and the just general support to get their business started that they would normally get. And so the idea behind the New Mexico Veterans Cannabis Alliance is to replace, where we can, those resources that the federal government won't provide to the cannabis industry, and try and recreate what we can to help veterans that think this is the right path for them.
Where are these resources coming from?
Well, right now we're getting organized, and we're, it's the volunteer effort is very grassroots at this point. And so I'm trying to find, primarily, it's a labor effort of people that are going to be mentors. And so I need mentors that come from the cannabis industry as well as business leaders and owners that are outside of the cannabis industry. And so that is down to just time and committing that time. So that resource is free, but we need people to do it. The end state of the program would be that there will be investors involved. Not that we'll run a fund ourselves, but that investors will have access to the veterans that graduate from our program, and vice versa. The veterans will kind of know who to turn to. And that resource, being the financial resource for the veterans, will exist outside of our program, but will be essentially, we'll point them towards where they should go. I don't see funding coming directly through the doors of the NMVCA as we stand right now.
Sure. So if you could tell us a little bit about the struggles that you've gone through and the challenges to get to this point.
Well, it's very new, so we haven't had a long time to have a lot of problems or anything, but the idea that veterans are involved in cannabis socially is very acceptable. But then you get to your employment or you get to your benefits with the government and a veteran has some apprehension, right? So right now, some of the things that we're trying to overcome is the education piece. And I think any struggle that we're having now is trying to break through what is the mythology or the stigma associated ideas that are out there and find the real truth. What will the federal government do or not do? What will the government do or not do if you're involved in the cannabis industry? Where are the rules? Where are the lines? And they're hard to find. And so that's really our biggest challenge right now is identifying reliable resources of information so that we can break down some of those kind of falsehoods that people are operating with right now.
Are you working with any local legislators on these projects?
I have spoken with Pat Davis, of course, because he's been involved in the cannabis industry through his medical program, and he's been involved with all of the governors, specifically task forces that have been involved. So I've spoken and directly kind of reached out to Pat Davis. And then Harold Pope is a state senator. I've talked to him about this effort. He's also a veteran. So there are some Pope folks that I've talked to about this, and I'm waiting to gauge their interest on how they might be able to support the program.
How do you envision the next steps moving forward so that you can make the most of this opportunity?
Well, right now, we really got to get organized. And to do that, we're establishing a board of directors, and that will represent kind of the different categories of support that we're going to provide through our program. So the next step for us is to bring on a lead business mentor, a lead cannabis mentor, Scott Ransom is our lead veteran business owner that is willing to open a business under our program. And so we're bringing folks like that together right now. And the way ahead is to organize exactly what each one of those categories can provide to the veteran who wants to start their business. And right away, we're going to try and get together what I would call a cohort of veterans and keep that number kind of small so that we can focus on getting the right mentorship associated in a one-on-one or even two-on-one kind of relationship with the veterans. So we want to keep that focus, and right now that means small footprint.
It's amazing. I love the focus on local folks and just really, providing the types of resources that somebody that would be absolutely new in this industry would require. Mm-hmm. Now, how could all of us out here that are proud supporters of our vets contribute to your cause and help you?
Well, there's a few ways to do that. Right now, involvement is, get signed up and just pay attention to what we're doing as we get organized. We need volunteers to be those mentors, and then we also need volunteers to help me run the program. So I need administrative support. I need people that are able to do some research for us. I need people that are able to do some event coordination. And then, the next phase beyond that is really putting together what the kind of program to move the veterans through. How are you going to build your business plan? What kind of education resources do we have to bring to you to get through that business plan? And then the sort of end state is you're now ready to pitch your business idea with a fully vetted business plan with mentorship support to an investor.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the brotherhood and just basically everybody taking care of themselves. Now, how could folks reach you directly? Do you have an email or a website?
Sure. We're on Facebook. That's our primary kind of social media landing spot, and it's very easy to find us on there if you just go to facebook.com/ and then the initials of our program are NMVCA. That will get you there. And then for me, to contact me directly, my email address, dtwfornm@gmail.com. So that's Dick T. Wilkinson for New Mexico @gmail.com. And that's what I'm using to do the director position for this program. So
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I know that this is an absolutely amazing local project that is directed towards improving the lives of all the people that we care about locally. Hopefully, some of these efforts have the potential to spread nationwide. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.